So the worst thing that you can ever do as a person is to tell someone what you're about to do, and the first thing come out of their mouth is, "Where you go there at Jamaica go do? Yeah, go there, them are gonna kill you off." And the truth about it, the most hurtful thing is that they discourage you from doing it only because you're about to do something that they don't have the courage to do, or will never have the courage to do. Is the first, if they even see a little potential in you, or you're going to do something they always wanted to do, they will discourage you from doing it. And it's not because it's not going to work out for you. No, it's because they see it might work out for you, and you're going to accomplish something that they could never accomplish because they don't have the strength, they don't have the courage to do what you're about to do. And sometimes that's the only reason why they tell you not to do it. It's not because you can't make it work. It's the fact that you're going to do something they could never do. And that's why I don't share my information no more with family. I don't tell them what I'm doing, where I'm going, nothing. Only people need to know basis is my husband and my children. That's about it. And I'm going to tell you this much. When it comes to family, they can be your worst enemy. They could be the person to destroy you in everything. Welcome back, everybody. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Julie, and this is for all the people that's thinking about wanting to move to Jamaica, or just have a desire of ever going back. Don't let no one deter you from ever going back to your home where you're from, especially if you was born in Jamaica like me, been living in the States for years, and just wanting to go back. Sometimes it's just that feeling of being connected to your roots is the reason why you want to go back. Sometimes it's because you're tired. You've been here long enough. You know what America's all about. Canada, wherever you're from, Europe or whatever, and you have that feeling like, hey, I want to go home. Now, it's going to be a bunch of different people on here that will give you a bunch of different reasons, including myself, why you should go home and why you shouldn't. But I have more of a desire to go home, so it's always going to be me preaching, the good thing about Jamaica. There's nothing happening in Jamaica that does not happen here in America. Do not let nobody discourage you of like, oh, don't go back because it's so violent. Don't go back because, you're going to be broke in no time. Yes, we all go broke sometimes. So what? It's a thing. Get up and figure it out. But the thing is, a lot of us have this thing where people portray Jamaica as if it's the worst place to be in the world. And I've said it over and over, it's not. Jamaica is one of the most desirable islands in the whole world. Some put it under country, whatever. It's the most desirable. And I'm going to tell you this. Nobody can tell me nothing bad about Jamaica, and that's the truth. So if it's gonna be me, you're gonna ask the question about Jamaica, don't do it, because I'm gonna have every reason why you should go to Jamaica or move to Jamaica. There's no reason you shouldn't be in Jamaica. Jamaica is the place to be. Now, why I'm here, people say, why? Yes, I'm gonna go home, but I'm taking my time, getting my crap together, doing the things that I didn't do right the first time, because I've messed up the first time. And my biggest mistake was actually listening to people why I even left in the first place. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and say it didn't do me a world of good to leave for a minute. I was too young when I took the first trip. I was naive, I was gullible, I trusted too many people, and I was doing too much at that time as well. So in a sense, it gave me the opportunity to come back here and adjust. Now, why I said do not let nobody deter you from going home is because, let me tell you this. You see, if you have that itch, that feeling, as we call it at Jamaica, you will always have that itch. And the best way to go about it is take your time. Take your time, do your research, and especially if you haven't been home in a while, or you're not really familiar with places, about where you want to live, how you want to get around, especially the communities. Most of all, I'm gonna be honest with you, you need to know where you want to live. You need to understand whatever community you're going to live in, you need to know something about it. And to be honest, it's easier than people might talk about it. It's so easy. I'm gonna tell you this. It's one thing about Jamaica that make things easy, especially if you're from Jamaica. If you ask people questions, most of the time the first answer they give you is the truth, and that's the number one thing. The second thing will make it easy about going back to Jamaica, where you come from. If you can get up and leave Jamaica to come to America, to a place you totally don't know anything about, completely oblivious to what to expect, and you survive this, if you can survive America, of course you can survive going back to your country. I don't think nobody should ever believe that they can. Yes, there's violence. There's violence here in America. There's violence in Jamaica. There's violence all over the world. Is it the most dangerous place in the world? No, it's not. People would want you to think that, but it's not. Is Jamaica a place of just partying all the time? And yes, yes it is. Yes it is. We party all the time. But when it comes down to really feeling complete, feeling whole when you get home and you sit there and you have a good meal with your friends or family, whatever, even if it's just you alone, and you decide, hey, this is just going to be me being a loner that's going to live my life to the fullest. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, this road is raggedy. But anyways, like I was saying, when it comes down to feeling at peace, for me particularly, Jamaica is the place to be. When I go to my bed, I sleep good. I do sleep good here in my bed regardless. I don't let nothing get on my nerve. I don't let no one get on my nerve. I have a few things to say about moving home. My stomach is growling. You guys might hear it. I'm not going to even delete that. I'm hungry. The thing about me per se, I would encourage anyone, being as though I've done it before, and I've done it at a young age. So if you're a young person and you on here watching me, if you're going home to Jamaica, only thing I could tell you is this: make sure that you have a steady income or some form of income, something coming in, some form of way of making money. I'm not going to sit here and bash anyone for whatever they do. That's your thing. But I will say do have some savings. Have some savings. If you're going to go home, try to find you a proper place. If you can get lucky and buy you a nice little lot and put a little room or two on it, go ahead. If you could go ahead and buy you a nice little studio apartment, buy it. If you could buy you a big ass house, buy it. What I'm saying is, try to have your own if it's possible. If it's not, it's okay to rent. And I keep on preaching that, buying whatever. Yes, but if you really want to go home, you can rent. You can find affordable places. You can find affordable places in St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, places, but like I said, you will need to do your research on these communities and places you're moving to. If you don't know about them, don't run into them. Kingston just the same, but it will cost you a little bit more money. Kingston is always going to be on the pricier end of things, and a lot of people don't want to admit it. Kingston is somewhere where you will definitely have to be a little bit more careful as far as like the people is concerned. It's crowded, it's congested, and the country area people, they're more like relaxed people, laid back. Environment is different from most places, to be honest. I mean, as far as like, if you're in St. Elizabeth and you see it go to Santa Cruz, it's, the hustle and bustle is there, but it's still more relaxed than town. If you go to Manchester, Mandeville, wherever, and you say you're going to enjoy yourself or go out for the night, it's not the same as town. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not the same. But if you're a quiet person, those places might be the ideal spot for you. If you're a party girl, party boy, whatever the case might be, Ocherias is nice. Montego Bay is definitely a party spot. Negril is a little bit more, calm on the calmer end too. When it comes down to really just like a nightlife kind of thing, I would say Montego Bay and Kingston is the place to be. Some part of Ocherias as well. Negril could be fun, depends on the season. Now, you can live also in Negril. There's a lot of places you can live in Jamaica. Like I said, you will have to go do your research. Don't sit online and say, and people have done it though, don't get me wrong, people have done it, but I would suggest you go to Jamaica 1 or 2 times if you're planning to go live, even for a good year or two, because some people go and they like it, and they like it for that moment, and they will leave and go back to wherever they're from, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with it, and I will tell people that if you have the money and you are a driver and you could get around on your own, get you a nice little cheap car. You don't have to buy nothing big and expensive. You could buy a nice little $2 million car, which is about 14,000 US dollars. That should get you a nice little cheap car to get around. Because I would tell anybody, don't go around here going flashy and carrying on. Unless you want to do that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking to people that's just starting out, not knowing anything, trying to just get around. And to be honest, in the rural area, it's a little bit more difficult to get around because in the rural area, it's a little bit more difficult to get around, and there's several reasons for that. It's because we do not have a bus system set up in the rural area for, regular people to just get around. Most of the time, it's just taxis you have to take, or charter taxis, regular taxis, whatever. And it can be a little bit difficult, especially in the Manchester area and St. Elizabeth area. If you're going further down the rural area and all of those places, public transportation is not the best. But if you have a couple dollars or a little change and you could afford to buy yourself a ride and get around. If you want to go take out a payment, that's up to you. Depends on if you have it to pay it or not. I don't suggest a lot of people pick up a lot of debt. If you're already paying them rent, you might not want to pick up a debt of paying for a car. That's my opinion only. I'm not saying you can't do other. I will suggest, if you're planning like me as a long-term returnee, been living in the States, understand, and fortunate enough that maybe you could buy a piece of land, buy a house, or buy whatever, and then you could do whatever you want. You pretty much understand Jamaica. If you go ahead and you buy land and start building, you know something about Jamaica. But for the ones that's new and don't understand, do not let nobody deter you, discourage you. That's the word, whatever. Discourage you from even thinking about. Some people will come on here and say, don't do this because you're going to go down there. The people make it seem as if as you reach a Jamaica doorstep, you're going to kin over and dead or something going to happen. That's not true. People make it seem as if as you go, you're going to get robbed. That's not true. The things do happen because, remember, no matter what, no one know what tomorrow brings. No one know the moment you step off a plane really what's going to happen. But it's not just like people sitting out there just to destroy people or mess people up or just rob everybody they see. That's not true. Or kill someone. Or you're going to go and you're going to die immediately when you step off the plane. That's not true. But I do have this to say. For all my fellow Jamaicans that's afraid to go home, don't be afraid. Afraid of what? Or if you're afraid of something that you done lived already, you left it and go, and you want to go back to your yard, go back to your home. If you want to go back home. Me personally, I never go to Jamaica and stay at those resorts and say, oh, I'm going to be here at the resort for this time or that time. I don't. Yes, I ain't going to lie to you. I've been to hotels. I've done all of that. But it's not my thing. I like having my privacy, for one. I like when I wake up, I'm not on a time crunch like, oh, I got to leave out of here by 11 o'clock or I got to leave by here by 12 o'clock. I don't like it. I like, because remember, hotels don't give you 24 hours no more. You're getting 20 hours in a hotel. Matter of fact, I think you might even get less, 19, because you can't, you can't check in until 3, 4 o'clock, and you got to check out between 10, 11 o'clock in some places, depends. Even Airbnbs, and it's nothing wrong with that. And that's one thing, if I do have an Airbnb going, I will give people their full 24 hours because it's no way I'm going to sit up here and have people staying, just for 20 hours. That's ridiculous. If you pay for 24 hours, give people 24 hours. And to me, that's a good idea, because sometimes that's another thing. If someone is staying in your hotel and God forbid they have a night, something happened and they can't leave. Remember now, you're paying at a hotel, you're paying that premium of $250 per night or whatever, per person or whatever. And then you lose your flight. You try to go back to the hotel. You know how much money you're going to be paying? And that's the reason why I have my place in Jamaica, or I always had a place in Jamaica. I've had a place in Jamaica for the past 20-something years, going on 30 years. I've always had somewhere to live. And I made that possible for myself because I used to hate going into hotels. I've had bad experiences in hotels, and it's not nobody to rob me or do anything. It's just that it wasn't my thing. Anyways, if you come this far in the video, guys, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. God bless. So the worst thing that you can ever do as a person is to tell someone what you're about to do, and the first thing come out of their mouth is, "Where you go there at Jamaica, go do? Yeah, go there, them are gonna kill you off." And the truth about it, the most hurtful thing is that they discourage you from doing it, only because you're about to do something that they don't have the courage to do. or will never have the courage to do. And sometimes, even though some people might mean you well, the most dangerous thing is this for them, is to see you succeed, you know. And it's not like they don't want you to really, I wouldn't want to put it that harsh. It's not like they don't want to see you grow and, you know, and live. It's just the fact that you're about to do something that they will never have the courage to do, and they will never get the courage to do, more like. And to see you actually do it and then succeed at it. And the next thing is that what a lot of people fail to understand is that people are living well in Jamaica, regardless of however we want to talk bad about Jamaica. People are living really good. Remember, you go to Jamaica, you see people with their nice houses, big houses, little houses, whatever houses, nice cars, new cars, old cars, whatever, but they live in. Some of those people, most of them, don't have a lot of bills like we do here in America. The thing about America is that you can make the money, but let me tell you this, it goes faster than it comes in, and a lot of people don't know this. Some people might say, oh, you go to America, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. Yes, but it comes with a price. Most of the time it's our mental health that goes along with it. We don't have that. Some of us don't have it all up in here. Our marbles are all over the damn place. And it's the truth. Our feelings are pretty much all over the place as well. You know what I'm saying? And depression, for a lot of us, we're facing a lot of depression here in America. A lot of us are losing our ish. Seriously. Especially the ones that come from Jamaica and used to live a certain way, or the environment is just different. And it doesn't happen overnight for some of us, but some of us get hit hard, especially the first couple of years of living in America. Some of us, it takes a while to realize that, hey, this is not for us, and then eventually want to go home. And that's okay. Do not let no one tell you what to do. If your desire is to move back home, or even go home and live for 6 months to a year, try it. It's up to you. Remember, if you have a choice, don't get me wrong, because I know a lot of people don't have choices like that. Some people will never have the choices like that, because some people came here and they're getting deported and getting sent home. And that's some decisions that we all make, some real, you know, really weird decision. And I ain't knocking nobody, because people have to do what they have to do to get through this life. You know what I'm saying? And none of us are perfect. And let's get that straight. None of us are perfect. A lot of us have a lot of shady past that's hidden. And some of us, hey, the thing about it is, I cannot come up here and sit there and blame anyone and say, oh, listen, everyone have the right to do whatever they want to do. Just know that some decisions come with consequences. And that's all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. And please, I'm telling you guys, thank you guys for being my biggest supporter, and thank you guys for that, getting me to this 13,000 plus subscribers. I really do appreciate it.